Right, this one is going to be on, let's do it on both, shall we? Simple and compound interest. Two different ways of working out interest. Like if you put some money in a savings account and they offered you some interest on it, you would expect to get your money back when you withdrew it, and plus a little bit of interest added on. And it's a way we calculate this. Or indeed, if you borrowed money for a loan for a car or a mortgage or something like this, they would give you hopefully they would give you the amount, but they would stick interest on it, and so you would pay back more than you actually borrowed. So we've got two different ways of working out this according to functional skills level 2, which is what we're at. First of all, we'll do simple interest. So there's a heading for simple interest. Yeah. Now you borrow, say £4,000 at 3% simple interest. I don't know why I've written that twice, but never mind. Simple interest over 3 years. Now I'll change that number of interest percentage so that we don't get muddled up, because I've got two lots of threes there. So we'll just have it at 5%, something like that. Yeah. Okay. So what we do is, first of all, when we're doing the simple, we work out what 5% is of the £4,000. So let's do that first. So look, all this repetition, just finding out what that is. And it's calculated questions, so don't worry about is it 20 or 200 or whatever it is. Just use the calculator. 5 divided by 100 times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, too many zeros. 5 divided by 100 times 4,000. And that, as I sort of guessed, is £200. So there's your simple 5% interest of that amount, which comes up to £2. Then you look at the number of years, and you do 3 years times 200, which is £600. So you will be paying £600 simple interest over the 3 years. And to find out how much you're going to pay back, you just do the amount you borrowed plus the interest on the loan, which is £4,600. That's all you do. So it doesn't matter whether it's whatever the percentage is the first number here, and whatever the number of years, you just multiply this number 200 by the number of years. So another go at a different one. So again, simple interest. So we're going to save £300, or we're going to put £300 in the bank. Save in the bank. Yeah. For 5 years at 2% simple interest. So we need to work out what the 2% of that is. So we go 2 over 100 times the 300. Is it 6 or 6? 6. Not much, is it? 2 divided by 100 times 300. Just £6. That's not much, is it? £6. Now, we're going to do that's the £6, which is the 2% on £300. Do it for 5 years, so we do 5 times 6, which equals £30. And how much should we have in the bank after 5 years? The 300 we put in there at the start, plus the £30 simple interest, will be £330. That's it. That's how you do simple interest. Doesn't come up very often, simple interest, but just in case, better to know and not use it than not know and have to use it. There you go, that's a phrase for today. So now we're going to up the complexity to compound interest. Compound is when you put one thing on top of the other. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Things compound. Like we don't know, you can have, interest rates going up and the rail strikes going on and the gas prices going up and everything. It's all compounding together to make the thing larger than life. And so this is what compound interest does, is you're adding it on each year. So we're going to do £500 in the bank at 4% compound interest for 3 years. Now these are much more long-winded to do them this way, but there's a lot of calculation to do, but always show every part of your calculation what you're doing. So if you make a mistake in 1 year, 2nd year, 3rd year, it's okay, you will get some marks. So this is how we do this. We start with the 500 and we work out 4%, and this is year 1. So 4% of 500, I think that's 20. 4 divided by 100 times 500, I've done exactly that calculation before, equals £20. Now, we make a calculation of how much we're going to have in the bank plus the interest at the end of this first year. So our total is going to be 500 plus 20, which equals 520. Now that, so far, is the same as the simple interest, if we just did it for 1 year. Now the difference between working out compound interest and simple interest is as follows. In year 2, we have now got £520 in the bank. So we need to work out what 4% of this new total is. So 4 divided by 100 times 520 is £20 and 80 pence. Now this is real life, because you may see this on a bank statement of a savings account or something, that the longer you leave things in, the more interest you get, even though it's still only 4%, because you're calculating an interest on a larger amount. So then you get, at the end of this year, 520 plus £20.80, which equals £540.80. You see how our money is growing? So year 3, we repeat the calculation all over again. 4% times, now we've got £540.80. So 4 divided by 100 times £540.80 gives us a grand total of £21.63. I rounded that down. Yeah, you can round this to the nearest penny as you're going along. I'm sure the bank would always round it up. No, they would always round it down to dill you out or something. So now our grand total would be £540.80 plus £21.63, which equals, after 3 years of compound interest, £21.63 plus £540.80 is £562.43. So that's how to do compound interest. You calculate the percentage for each individual year on the new amount. Yeah, 3 years, we did it 3 times. 4% of 500, added it on, get 520. 4% of 520, add it on, get 540.80. And 4% of 540.80 gives us 562.43. So that's compound interest. And there's one or two little questions here. Frank puts 1825 into a pension. Don't forget, pause, have a go, and then see what we get. Into a pension fund that earns 6% compound interest per annum. How much is the pension fund worth after 2 years? Right, so first of all, year 1, we're going to do 6% of 1825. See what that is. 6 divided by 100 times 1825. £109. 109. No pennies, yeah. 10% is 1,000. Yeah, that's about right, yeah. 50 pence. So, then we take our 1825 and add 109.50. Add 1825, which is 1934.5 on the calculator, so it's 50p. Right, year 2. 6% of our new number, 1934.50, is 107. You see how it's got bigger in the second year. Now, so our big total now is 1934.50 plus 116.07 plus is equal to 2050.57. So Frank is going to have £2,050.57 in his pension fund after 2 years. Now, Zola takes out a loan of £750. She is charged 10% compound interest every month. If Zola doesn't pay back any money, how much will she owe after 3 months? So we've got to do this 3 times. There, the number 3. 10% 3 times. So, £825. Reach for the calculator now. 825 plus 82.5 is 907.50 pence. 907.50 pence equals 90.75. So we've got 75, 82, 90 pounds, so it's going up. So our big total and how much she will owe after 3 months is going to be 907.50 plus 90.75. 907.50 plus 90.75, and that comes out at 998.25. How much she will owe after 3 months. 10% a month, that's a bit steep, isn't it? Yeah, so she borrowed £750. Well, she's already £1,000 after 3 months. I think Zola needs to start paying something back, don't you? Okay, there'll be a worksheet on this lot, as always, and I'll see you in the next one.